Logan Paul is boxing Dillion Danis next week, but his name is being totally admired by scandal. Going from a crypto NFT scam to, well, another crypto NFT scam. And from filing lawsuits to using certain banned sources, if you know what I mean, for a competitive edge. And most recently we've had confirmation that his certain trip to a certain Japanese forest was entirely an odd, messed up clickbait and is entirely fake. So it turns out that this glorified Disney dropout is handling quite a few more corners of the ring than he wants and expects. And I've found some torrid twists and turns in all these stories, which really makes you ask, how is this multi-millionaire fartbox still in the space? I'm going to be outlining all these allegations into 5 separate parts of this video, exposing his lies, his misfires, and showing you the actual kind of person that Logan Paul is. I'm Jake Baz, and this is Exposing a Stinky Boyo. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button and subscribe. So first off, I think it's good to start at the scam, the original scam, Cryptozoo, and briefly tell you what's cooking in this slow cooker of rotting flesh. So Cryptozoo, the entire premise, you spend a lot of money for NFT animals, fake animals, animals that are on the blockchain. Sounds as interesting as the Sniper Wolf video, and obviously we know this turned out very, very badly from all the exposés that we've seen. Most notably, really just leaving his fans in the corner of a room to just rot in peace. And obviously he lost a lot from this, but it just seems that he's still not paying people back, even though multiple times he has said that he would. So I noticed that this week he came out on a really good podcast called The MMA Hour, hosted by Ariel Helwani on YouTube. And this guy's been an interviewer in the MMA space for years, and he brought Logan Paul on. What could possibly go wrong? Because Ariel actually got kicked out of the UFC for asking the tough questions. So we obviously know Logan Paul's going to get cooked.
As you probably could guess, like, the main thing that I got today is ask him about the Cryptozoo, and I was planning on it. And so what could you tell us about how you're trying to rectify this?
Ariel, you know I love you, but because of the legal position of this, and if people cared, they could look into it.
Just look at how scared he is. Like, his face is just so lost. There is nothing going on in between the eyes. He just looks panicked. He doesn't have a clue what he wants to say or do.
I unfortunately can't say anything on the situation, and I've tried. I've wanted to. We're very close, in my opinion. I think we're very close to a final resolution, and that's what I mean when I say I'm rectifying it, but unfortunately I can't give you any details right now.
Okay.
Although there has been legal stuff around this, basically what he's saying there is, whilst his lawyers are sorting out information, he's just going to try and bat everything off. It's not like any of his fans are actually suing him. It's the fact that this entire thing was a scam is why it's being sued. So actually you can say a lot of things about it. You can tell your fans, let me pay you fucking back. I have enough money in my bank account. But obviously you won't do that because you are an arsehole.
Okay, but it's something that's going on. You just can't talk about it. It's not like it's a dead issue in your world.
Not a dead issue. No, by any means. No.
So he's rectifying it and he's very close to a solution. That is just bullshit. He has said that so many times before, and he will say it so many times again. It's been, what, about 10 months since all this stuff came out, and he's still not done anything apart from say, I will pay everyone back. And he's not paying everyone back. And I think the worst thing from all of this is that he has said he's going to pay people back, but he's going to pay them back in Ethereum, which is a cryptocurrency. And since Cryptozoo was a thing, Ethereum has dropped about 2/3 of the price. So essentially, even if you're going to get your money back, you're not going to get even a fraction of what you had before. So really, Ash Ketchum didn't really say much. But this is just another arc in Logan Paul's Cryptozoo saga where he will once again just come out, say that he's doing everything, and then just not do anything. Because once this fight starts and comes over, everyone's going to be talking about the fight if it does happen. Everyone's just going to ignore him. And I mean, that's perfect for him because that buys him another 1 month, 2 months before you see another video that is fully degrading everything about it. Honestly, at this point, it's like he's begging for another CoffeeZilla expose to come out on him. He's either such an idiot or he is such a narcissist. And I would go as far as to say he's a bit narcissistic. He's a bit sociopathic. He doesn't care about anyone or anything around him, just that he is doing well. And that scam perfectly brings me into another crypto NFT scam. I say crypto NFT scam. It technically isn't, but it's practically the same fucking thing. So this scam is about one of Logan's websites called LiquidMarketplace, which is absolutely like mired in controversy. There is so much bad around this. And I'm not going to go into all the details of this again because I've actually covered it a couple of days ago on my channel. So if you want to know the total in and outs of this, because there is so many more layers that I'm about to discuss, check it out at the end of this video. But I'll give you a quick lowdown. So you essentially created a marketplace where you could own 1/5 quintillionth of an item, such as these Pokemon cards, where you can buy these tokens and then place these tokens on these items, so you own a certain part of that, which, as I explained in my previous video, is like the stupidest thing ever. Like, you want to own 1/10,000,000th of this Pokemon card set that you can never see, you can never touch it, it's just there. You've just got these tokens that say that you own it. It's the stupidest thing ever. You're buying into Logan Paul, you're not buying into any NFT sort of shit that he's got going on. I don't know, it's fucking stupid. So he set this up after losing millions on a Pokemon card set. So he started selling Pokemon stuff on this website. So obviously, if he's already been scammed once, you could trust him to not be scammed again. And the entire thing is ran by some shady people that are actually part of this fake Pokemon scam that he had happen last time. As I said, I'll go into a lot more detail in my video, so check it after this. It is so interesting to just know the levels of weird around Liquid Marketplace. Everything just seems like a ruse for money, and I mean, you can't blame it because it is Logan Paul, and he's addicted to that bag. And to be honest, I don't know which bag I'm on about here. Maybe you should ask Rotoshaw. So in my previous video, I mentioned that some people are struggling to obtain funds on this Liquid Marketplace website. And it turns out it's got a little bit worse than that in the week that I've not covered it. So in the week since I've covered it, they've decided to take all the listings down, but they've taken them down very quietly because nothing has been said on their website, on their Discord, on their Instagram, on anything. It's just been some sort of like, oh, nobody's really looking at this, let me just slowly get rid of it. And while I was searching this website, I did find this brilliant article. Logan Paul is reaping the rewards of Web3. So that's cryptocurrency. And I mean, he's doing brilliantly, isn't he? Like, he is reaping the rewards because he's not managed to do just one scam. He's done 2 scams. But yeah, like I said, it's kind of just gone totally quiet on everything. Twitter, totally dead. Everything seems to just be like not there at all. But I mean, the job listings are still there. So if any of you want to be interested in being part of a massive scam and a massive pyramid scheme, you know where to go. liquidmarketplace.io/about us. Maybe this is just a problem actually. They're looking for a social media strategist. Maybe they just don't have anyone that can log into the accounts and give any form of updates. And I mean, apart from an Insta post about a new chat feature, this is the closest thing that I found to being relatively new on the website. It's dated July 26, 2023. And it is the fee schedule, how much Logan Paul will be charging you for every transaction. So now you can't buy anything. You can't do anything on the platform. You can only get tokens, but you can't even get tokens anymore. If you really want to put some money into it, so you can definitely not lose your money, there is a certain fee structure that you can look at. And I mean, just once again, it's another idea of Logan Paul just, you know, I'm just creating something that is purely about money. Like, he doesn't give one shit about this website. All he cares is that you put your money in and he gets that fee and then he can fuck off. And like I said in my last video, this is being hidden under everything else. Like, all these other dramas and this fight is just hiding the fact that this is in plain sight. And like I said, they've started removing all of the items, like, very silently. So it's a scam and it stinks. It seems so fishy. I mean, like with Logan Paul, silence does speak volumes because whenever he gets silent, something bad tends to happen. It really seems that Ash Ketchum really needs to go and catch them all. And catching what, you might ask? Well, he's going to be catching a lot of cases because he just can't help himself. He just keeps scamming people. But yeah, that stuff's crazy. It's going to keep going forward, so I'll keep you updated on it. But now we're going to go to the newest controversy that I saw, which was around a certain Japanese forest. Let's just call it the forest incident. So it turns out that when he made that infamous trip to that certain forest in the Japanese woodlands, expecting nothing to happen, well, it might actually all be fake. And just some very, very weird way to get clickbait. I mean, his views must have been struggling if he's got that desperate. And I've seen a lot of people saying that they've heard of this before, but I haven't seen anything of the sort. Obviously, for this quick bit, I'm not going to be showing anything. Like, this is obviously very sensitive, and I believe the video has been taken down by YouTube, but I'm not going to touch any of it. You're just going to have to hear my voice, unfortunately, for the next couple of minutes. And this is an allegation after all, so I don't want to risk my chances by showing something like that on the platform. But a YouTuber called Lanaboo, and I mean, this is a tweet from Drama Alert, so apparently he got the name wrong, Keemstar. He's never got anything wrong in the past, has he? He just can't catch a break, can he? But this Lanaboo did a very detailed breakdown on the incident, where obviously the body in the video is blurred out. He manages to reconstruct the facial features from this blurred image. And by reconstructing all of this, by using the different separate colorways to create an image, he finds and shows that this body has the exact same facial features as Logan Paul. And I mean, I'm not going to be linking it, but it's on Drama Alert's Twitter if you want to have a look at it. I mean, after seeing this, it's very believable. It's definitely not out of Logan's remit to do something like this, and it's so weird. But at the same time, 2018 was pretty crazy for attracting stuff like this. Like, I mean, obviously, even if it was a real body, he did this in the first place. He uploaded it for views, like for clickbait. So it's not far out of the realm of possibilities, is it, that he's just an imbecile? But not only that, he also did some other stuff with the blurry images, and you can see the same hair as Logan. You can see the same hat that Logan is wearing in the video. And he also shows that in 2 of the frames that are in this reveal of this body, he shows that this is a total cutscene, and you can see that this is definitely both different areas. So it looks entirely and totally staged under the spotlight. And I mean, obviously you can't see the same thing in 2 different places. Like, it's so... obviously, it's just really, really weird. So this actually doesn't really disprove much, but if you go and watch the video, there is so much in there that just makes you think, what? Like, stuff looks exactly the same. That, although I'm saying it doesn't disprove it, it doesn't automatically disprove it, but there is such a big case that there is something very weird going on here, and Logan Paul potentially has just used it again as some form of clickbait by pretending to be dead himself. Which, I mean, obviously isn't right, but this is Logan Paul we're talking about, remember. This is his character. His entire character is that he's put on this pedestal. He is above everyone else. He will do whatever he wants, and you little younglings can just go and sit around and watch him just squirm. In this time, Logan Paul was definitely in the era of, I need to do anything I can for views. They were both doing daily vlogs, both him and his loser fucking brother. It was a very normal thing for them. So they have faked a lot of stuff in the past, and they will fake stuff in the future. So the idea that something like this that is so outrageous and so dumb to be putting on a platform is fake actually kind of has a lot of credence to it. So my opinion is that this is probably true, and he probably did fake it. That's just my opinion. But I mean, I'm definitely not outright denying it. This is one of them things where, like, it's such a sensitive information that even if he did fake it, he would never be able to come out because it's so morally unjust and dumb. I do really think that Logan Paul does have a carrot for a brain though, so, or maybe a hamster that's, you know, it's your old hamster. It's like 2 or 3 years old. It's barely running on its wheel anymore. It's panicking all the time. It's got loads of health conditions. That's Logan Paul's brain, like the hamster trying to run on the wheel. So it is somewhat really believable. And now onto a very recent one. Banned substances. So quite a few YouTubers have been coming out recently and saying that Logan Paul is not natural, and I mean, it's so obvious. It is so stupidly obvious that he isn't natural. But most notably, I noticed a guy called Dillion who puts together a perfect argument that he definitely is on steroids or some form of that.
I'm not on steroids. I don't know how many times I need to clarify this.
Well, there you have it, folks. Logan Paul is not on steroids. Why? Because he said, I'm not on steroids. I also find it ironic that Logan Paul was eager to call out the Liver King for his steroid use, but when it comes to his own, it's the same game. Lie, lie, lie.
And this is the thing, innit? Logan Paul is just a consistent and persistent liar. He'd lie about anything, like how the weather's doing, what side of the bed he got up on this morning, whether he scammed a load of fans on Cryptozoo. He just is a massive prick.
Whatever compounds Logan is taking, his body is having a really hard time hiding it. His traps are separated from his neck. His triceps look constantly flexed as if he just got done fucking milking a cow. His biceps look so grainy and full, it makes no sense. And boxing in and of itself is not conducive to building new muscle mass.
So Logan, a couple of months ago, he damaged his knee quite badly, and he went to get it repaired using stem cell therapy. And Fillion points out that the certain place that he went to get this done also does a performance-enhancing drugs cycle, something that is banned in every single sport imaginable in this kind of combat area.
You want to live to be
112.
112.
That's correct.
I want to live to be 150. And I think I'll be able to do it. I honestly think I'll be able to do it.
Why?
Peptides and stem cells.
Yeah.
Are you on stem cells?
No, I'm
Are
not
you
on stem cells
that?
or peptides,
You're
but
not on either.
What was that? Peptide Paul? Logan Paul familiar with stem cells and peptides?
So these things called peptides, which aren't allowed anywhere. So he's just such an arsehole. When you're 18 plus, like, go ahead, do anything you want to your body. Do anything. No one is going to bat an eyelid. But, I mean, this is at the point where you're not fighting in performance competitions.
The biggest lie I heard him say right off the rip, he was talking about, Logan denied USADA drug testing, blah, blah, and of the many things he was lying about.
And Fillion goes on to say that, like, he is a walking advertisement, and he is a walking advertisement. So obviously he wants to look good all year round. But when you're taking these PEDs and then going into certain competitions, that is massively, massively wrong. And purposely, for this fight, actually, purposely, there is no drug testing, which in any sort of typical boxing fight, there is drug testing. And you have to think, I wonder why that's the case. Especially seeing as Dillion Danis has said in the face-off that we should do drug testing. Clearly there's someone that's deciding that doesn't happen. And I mean, all you need to do is look at him next to MMA fighters just to realise, wow, he is a specimen. And you don't really get that compared to like an athlete out of fight camp that is shredded to the gills. But the main thing for me is like there's a fighter called Michael Bisping, and he lost his eye due to someone who was roided to the tits smacking him in the face. And accidents like that can happen all the time, but they are called performance enhancing drugs for a reason. It makes you faster, it makes you stronger, it makes you more dangerous. And Logan Paul is under the influence of this whilst fighting Dillion Danis, who is a bum and he doesn't have a clue how to box. And I thought I'd just highlight this because like it's another instance of Logan Paul just thinking he can do whatever he wants and gets away with it. It's not fair. It's not fair on anyone around him that has boxed him before or will box him afterwards. But he just thinks, I can go and do what I want. And it truly shows how much of a prick he is. So yeah, with that one done, we got one more to go. So I thought I'd just highlight some of the new things in the lawsuit. So obviously, Agdal sued Dillion Danis for basically abusing her for months on the platform. Like, who'd have guessed, especially in America? Agdal definitely doesn't deserve this hate. Like, she has been around a lot of men, but Logan Paul has been around probably a lot more women. Logan is a serial liar, a narcissist, and a pretty evil person to other people. So for me to go after his wife is probably the stupidest thing ever. Like, there is a golden nugget staring at you right in the face, and you're going for someone who isn't even involved. Such a weird thing to do. But I saw that Logan posted a video called "I'll show you how great I am," the famous Muhammad Ali line. Wow, that is horrible to watch. And this tweet really got to me. Logan Paul released a hype package talking about how no one gives him a chance to win a fight with Dillion Danis, where Logan is checks notes. A massive 10-1 betting favourite. His entire personality is being a pathological liar. It's absurd to witness year after year. And that's the thing, flies follow the poo. Every single thing in these 5 layers of drama that's going on around Logan Paul at the moment, you can spot 2 or 3 certain characteristics about the man in every single one. The first thing is that he lies on a consistent basis. He shows narcissistic tendencies. He doesn't care what people think about him, but at the same time, he wants everyone to know about him. And all he really wants from his fans or people like you and me who are looking at him is our attention and our money. And I can't think of anyone worse that could be on the platform, and I really hope that with this fight he ends up losing, even though he won't, because Logan Paul is a little bit better than that bum Dillion Danis. But I hope he does lose, because if he does lose, everything's going to fall out. Everyone's going to see everything here in spotlights, and maybe a lot of people will think about him differently. I know a lot of people do think he's a scumbag, but not to the levels of what I've shown you here today. But let me know what you think in the comments, and hopefully I don't need to do any more follow-ups here. Hopefully he just disappears, but let's find out, shall we? I've been Jake Baz. Take care.